Hello, everyone. Today, I just want to talk about the best dream I ever had. This dream happened. I know this is completely different from most other videos I've ever made, but this is a video that I've been wanting to make for a while, and I thought, why not? So, this dream happened to me about a year and a half to 2 years ago, so I don't remember all the details, but the dream I'm calling is titanium uranium. The entirety of that dream was just me binging a TV show. The dream was like a half hour to an hour, and I was just binge it watching on my couch a TV show called Titanium Uranium. I think it was called Titanium Uranium. It was either called Titanium Uranium or that was the name of an episode. But Titanium Uranium sounds better, so it's about that. Um, the main plot is that the main protagonist, who let's call Simon for simplicity's sake, Simon wanted to go to this luxurious hotel called the Uranium Hotel. And the only reason he wanted to go there was just to swim in their giant indoor swimming pool. I am not kidding. That is the only reason he wanted to go. Um, so he decided to forge a reservation. I have no idea why he went through all this effort just to swim in their giant swimming pool. Well, then again, keep in mind that this hotel is very extravagant, like one of the most luxurious hotels in the world. And this entire so at by throughout the first episode, we get introduced to some of the characters. Um, the only other character that I remember is this mean woman, the stereotypical mean woman of the show or movie, and she was blonde and had a bob haircut. Um, basic. So I don't remember the most of the first episode. Um, so cutting forward a little bit, the main protagonist Simon was about to be found out in like literally a minute. Just before then, though, the power went out and we started hearing screaming from outside of the hotel. And that's when the first episode had cut. A really good hook for me. Um, so the second episode begins with us continuing from where the scream let off. We start seeing silhouettes, or maybe we actually do see the monsters. I don't remember. The monsters in the show were giant robots, giant cyborgs, just giant mutants, basically things not human sized. Um, Later in that episode, most of the characters in the show, are just panicking about what to do. Um, Meanwhile, the stereotypical mean girl was just like, "Why are you guys so worried? Come on, you wussies!" Just being so mean to everyone else. And one of the people there got up and slapped her across the face. It was awesome. Easily one of my favorite parts of the entire show. Well, show, considering it wasn't even real. Um, and I don't really remember what else happened in the second episode. I don't remember what happened in most of the episodes actually, but either in the third or fourth episode, I think it was the third, the main protagonist ends up having to fix the elevators to be able to go up multiple floors. And while trying to fix the elevator, the main protagonist, Simon, ends up finding a grappling hook that he uses throughout the show. In the bottom of the elevator shaft, by the way, there is a gigantic there's a mutant down there which it looks like its entire body molded into the elevator shaft. It didn't look like if it like mutated down there to fit its entire body down there. It was gross. So the main protagonist basically ended up having to. So Simon, why do I keep on? Simon ended up having to swing across the elevator shafts using grappling hook. One of my favorite parts of the entire show. Um, he ends up actually having to use that grappling hook multiple times, both for traversal and also to help fight some monsters. Because, of course, since this show is about monsters and since this show has monsters, of course they have to fight them. and it's so cool. Um, and I don't remember what happened in most of the rest of the episodes. Keep in mind, this show was live action. There was one season, and there were 8 to 10 episodes. And I really do not remember what happened in most of the episodes. Um, but I guess I'll say the end, considering I only remember from here to like the end. Um, in the final episode, we see at least from what I remember, it might have been like in the middle of the final episode. Um, the rest of the last of the people who are still alive that were in the hotel are being detained by the military. Oh, by the way, the reason why they weren't gonna go leave the hotel was both because of fear and also a quarantine. So later in the final episode, I guess the militaries decided to remove the quarantine because most of the mutants and cyborgs and robots got taken out. I don't know. But the rest of the people were being detained, except Simon. Simon was at the top of the hotel looking down at the people being detained. And um, I have no idea when he got this or how this happened or when this happened, but Simon was wearing some power armor. That is the best way to describe it. It was jet black, and it was actually fairly round for power armor. It looked very, very big to him. Like, it was very, very round. That's the best way to describe it. Circular. And it had minimal facial features, like only like eye holes and a nose hole. Um, but when he was looking down, there was this giant titanium robot, which it looked similar to the giant robot from The Incredibles. Honestly, basically, the main protagonist and that robot ended up fighting throughout the rest of the episode. It was awesome. I do not remember how the show ended, though. I wish I did. Um, in fact, I wish for me to dream the sequel to it, to dream a second season of it, because of how awesome that dream was. Sadly, no. But I really, really loved that dream. I actually posted that dream, me describing that dream on r/dreams. So, yeah. I don't really know what else to really say about it. I just wish this TV show was real. And yeah, I just wanted to. I want to now. I would kind of want to know your thoughts on the dream. Like, how would you also like to see this if this show was real or something? Or yeah. Anyway, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you when I make my next video. Bye.